First of all, go over the minutes, February 7th minutes. Everybody had a chance to review? Ted, I'm sure you did. Ted, you're muted. Sharon, you're muted. Ted's muted.
Okay.
Here we go.
Unmuted.
Okay. Looking for a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Kara.
Aye.
Aye.
Oppose?
Aye.
Okay, meetings are accepted for February 7th. Okay, the special meeting is. And I think you got this ahead of time a little bit, John. Hopefully you had a chance to review it. And we'll go over the continuing education equivalency reviews. The first one. Everybody ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Is Mark Garcia.
Did the
I
order
just-
change from, okay.
I'm sorry. I just completed my 12 hours of continuing education for Connecticut real estate broker's license. I purchased the CA course from New Haven Board of Realtors, state of Connecticut approval provided vendor, which is the CA shop. He's also asking, is Peter Gray here?
I don't see him. No.
All right. I am. He's also applying for 12 credits toward CAM. Is the management requirement for continuing ed. And I'm not sure what they do we know, Rochelle?
Ben,
Go ahead.
what name are we working on? And it disappeared from the, I can't, I
It
have a
should be
note,
the
not sure
first-
what he's asking
The
for.
first one on the agenda, Garcia.
All right,
Mark,
I'm seeing,
Mark M. Garcia. First name on the agenda, A.
I only see, I have Zeal as the first one on this.
That's the last one.
Okay, I just have a note here, not sure what he's asking for.
He's asking for 12 hours of continuing education that he got through the CE shop. One is Growing Green is the course. Now, these are certificates. I don't have the full courses, obviously, but the CE shop is a accredited vendor.
So he's I'm sorry. He's asking to apply his broker continuing education credits towards his CAM continuing education credit requirements. So there's the new continuing ed requirements for association managers, and they do have the ability, excuse me, to use alternative credits. Currently, courses have to be offered by the Connecticut chapter of the Community Associations Institute for them. So they can do alternative credits, which requires a review and approval through you guys. So he's asking to use his broker's continuing education credits, the 12 credits that he got for that, to apply towards, excuse me, the 16 credits that are due for the CAM license.
Okay. But the thing is, I'm not sure what CAM requires in the course.
Right. Why would
Is it-
that come
Has this been reviewed to see if this is requirement by CAM?
So there's with the new changes that happened April 1st, or that were effective April 1st. Part of it was that there's now continuing education due for the CAM licensees. So this isn't for pre-licensing or anything, but it's just continuing education credits that they now have to earn. So the requirements right now is that the courses must be offered by the Community Association Institute, but I'm not familiar with if there's any full like how you guys have the mandatory course and then the 9 elective credits. I'm not sure if they have a breakdown of requirements like that. I think it just needs to be through the, let's see.
Again, I'm not sure what the contents of these courses here that that he took for real estate. Courses on it, does it qualify for the CAM? Is it, I'm not sure. Because we've never reviewed the courses necessary. Has anyone ever reviewed it?
No.
What should be in a CAM management course? Property management course? Rochelle, did
No.
anybody review this and compare it?
No.
So I don't know how we're gonna approve
It's-
this.
The regulations just state that, you should have topics, educational topics required for a community association manager. It just be relevant and have sufficient educational content. It's pretty broad, so you have a lot of discretion.
Okay. Mandatory, what's their mandatory saying? Agency?
I don't believe there is
So,
a mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, he's taken the agency in law, so I'm not concerned about that. Satisfied that. So let's talk about growing green. You think that's relative to the property management? Preparing a market analysis. Without looking at these courses, it's a little difficult. Preparing a market analysis on property management. Using the code to solve ethical. Connecticut Core 2023-24 real estate agency law. Okay. Discussion about this? Somebody want to make a motion then?
Ben, honestly, I don't have enough information to be able to, not muted, to make a determination.
Anybody else?
I guess I don't quite understand how important is this in terms of the and I know it's not a mandatory course, but is it, I mean, in terms of the optional courses, is this,
I think, yeah.
do we have one?
Remember, once we start approving these things, it's gonna come to us that, well, we approved it back. So I think we really need some more clarification on what's needed. For these courses to qualify.
The general requirement is that courses are offered by the Connecticut chapter of the Community Associations Institute. So, they're a professional association. This is just an alternative way to get courses. If it's not approved through them, you guys have the ability to approve other courses that they may have taken, which is what he's submitting here. There are no specific mandatory requirements or even specific subject matter requirements. It's just courses that would seem to support the work they do.
Well, then my feeling is that, unless the Institute really kind of approve these, I have nothing, any notation of such, then I'm apt not to approve these at this time. Anyone make any motions?
I'll make a motion not to approve the request.
Second,
Second,
discussion? All in favor? Oppose? Oppose? Denied. Okay, last one is Vincent, or excuse me, the next one is Vincent McGo. I have been continuously licensed for full-time realtor for 25 years. Everybody got that one? Sharon, you got it?
Yeah,
Is good standing in both home state, New York, as well as Connecticut. First as an agent, then as a broker. I've never had a complaint on either state. I am by my book, real estate broker, attached to the documentation for 22 and a half hours of completency in New York. On with this requirement, a 3-hour course lasts you. Okay, so he's looking for approval of the classes. I went through this. The course came from Empire Learning, which is not a vendor that we have approved. And these courses, the only one I see that is eligible is the mandatory course.
the
Right, which is-
ethic.
No, it's just the Center Real Estate Agency of Law. And he took at Keep Me Certified, which is a accredited school by the state, also the courses. So the only thing is we should give him here is 3 hours. That's my feeling.
But Ben, it's New York law. What does that have to do with Connecticut? Is that the
I'm
one
trying-
you're saying?
But look at the last page. The last page is Keep Me Certified. Of the school is Keep Me Certified. It's a real estate license course. He's a broker in Connecticut. All right, it's a Connecticut real estate agency law. So it's the one you took, basically.
I thought it said New York.
No, he's from New York. Right? He's from New York.
I'm present.
Yes.
I'm listening in. I don't know if you want to ask me any questions, Vince McGo.
I don't think so, Vince. I think
I've been licensed with Connecticut and New York for 25 or 26 years. Always kept on top of all continuing ed, full-time broker, uninterrupted, never any complaint. This is all I do. And so the changes happen outside me, but I'm a very active practicing real estate broker.
Vincent, I'm going through the courses now, but these are unrelated to Connecticut. So the only one I see is your mandatory course.
Does the full-time active, being a broker there for 20, 25 years, full-time, no complaints, anything, doesn't that have any value?
No.
None. Well, that, this all came out of the blue to me. I joined this Connecticut because I lived on the borderline. And actually, my house was on a dividing line between Connecticut and New York, and it was in Brewster, New York. So I became a licensed agent and broker in both states. I stay up on, I've never missed any continuing ed, and so I've been thrown a change here. And but I can't, it's hard for me to fathom that doing this for all these years and the experience that I hold, that several courses that are changing in the Connecticut rules, not that I disrespect that, but the history and the New York courses that I did submit, I don't know why New York and Connecticut are no longer best friends with this, but you know, the practicing real estate broker, the experience that I bring to the table doing this, I mean, helping other brokers, and it just, I just, all of a sudden, here I am operating full-time all of these years, living up to every rule, doing whatever I'm told to do, and then all of a sudden you're no longer qualified in Connecticut. It's just a little hard to,
We're not saying
It's,
you're not qualified in Connecticut. We're talking about here continuing education,
yeah.
12 hours of continuing education. You have 3 hours, which is satisfied the statute. But the other courses are not approved. Not approved in Connecticut.
So nothing in New York would be approved. No New York courses therefore would be approved in Connecticut.
Well, it depends on the course itself in the school. It's like Keep Me Certified or the CE shop is also their courses. You'd have to check. Did you check when you were taking these courses and see if they were be approved in
Well,
Connecticut?
I've done it with Empire Learning for all of these, most of all of these recertifications every 2 years with Empire Learning. I think that they're making efforts to become licensed with Connecticut, but I've never really needed to go anywhere. I only needed to go outside that vendor for the Connecticut requirement, which I did this time, and then I did it 2 years ago, and then 2 years before that. So this new requirement, now also if I go through the New York ones, it seems that some of these are kind of really, the ethics courses and stuff, that they're not acceptable to Connecticut now, that all of them are discounted. None of them can be accepted. So what's acceptable to New York is no longer acceptable to Connecticut, because some of them are really, I don't even have the list in front of me. I just didn't think this would be any issue at all. Some of those courses that I've submitted from Empire Learning in New York, which I've taken for all these many years, should be pretty standard. I think ethics and I forget what maybe not all of them. I can understand that, but I don't need to get 22 and have credits okayed by Connecticut. Some of them seem to be really basic. Like I don't have them in front of me. The ethics course and whatever it is, as well as taking Connecticut courses this time, the 2 courses last time, the legal ones, whatever they were. Whatever's been required, I take. I only got thrown this curveball when I went to renew, and all of a sudden it's just a whole new trying to understand all of the new rules. And I thought I had put it together okay. Maybe since this is all brand new, in looking at the courses that I've submitted from Empire, who've been around for a very long time, perhaps there may be some leniency granted to this long-term broker never having a problem, never interrupted, practicing full-time. Okay, so we just threw him a curveball, and he just didn't. I'm continuing in New York and Connecticut. He didn't get up to speed with our new changes. He's trying to do the best he can while he's practicing real estate full-time. Maybe I could be given some latitude for that experience. I mean, the help that I provide to Connecticut agents with questions and any help I can give, to just say, well, he's not qualified to do this. It's just, there might be some latitude for everything having been proper up until this change has come that I'm just trying to catch up with here.
I got a question to ask you.
Sure.
Have we ever accepted Empire Learning classes? What? From Empire Learning in the past? I mean, did I miss it?
Oh, is that for me?
No, this is for Jill Conklin.
Oh. Okay.
Jill, can you hear me? Jill? You're muted, Jill. Can you hear me?
I'm here, Ben. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I guess my question is that Empire Learning out of New York, I mean, have we ever accepted their courses in the past?
You know, I can't say for sure whether they've ever been accepted in the past, but, you know, everybody's required to do the CE. And, this, I know it's not an approved school here.
Okay.
Sometimes there's, just the greater good. I mean, if you're, okay, so Connecticut has implemented these rules. I followed them for all of these years. Didn't know that I had done anything wrong here. Sometimes there's a greater good. I mean, if you're walking down the street and there's a private property sign, and behind that sign there's some kids drowning, go save the kids. Forget the law and forget the rules. Now, I'm not disregarding rules, but I have been in good standing for all of these years, and now I'm trying to get a hold of the new rules. Sometimes there's well, maybe I'm asking for as little latitude with the
I
knowledge
think
that I have.
One of the mistake is Vincent, is probably you should have checked with Empire and made sure that we would approve these courses beforehand. I mean,
Well,
I've taken other courses. Yeah.
Had I known to check, now I know to check, and certainly I am very aware of it now, but my New York and Connecticut continuing ed, they come up and I do them at the same time. So New York being my primary state, I just deflected or defaulted to Empire Learning, took all the courses and I said, okay, now I got to take care of what Connecticut wants. And then I noticed some new rules and it said, okay, you got to take this course. And so I took that one. Last 2 years ago, it was 2 courses from Connecticut, and I took those 2 courses. I just got thrown a curveball here, but I didn't know to check Connecticut first. I took care of, as an ordinary course, took care of my New York continuing ed, and then I knew how to take care of Connecticut as well. And so I didn't know Empire Learning. I didn't know there was a break between Connecticut and New York. So I didn't know that I had to check Connecticut at the same time to make sure that everybody was on board, because it had never been a problem before.
Doesn't it seem like the easiest way is to do whatever is necessary to reinstate your license?
Well, I didn't even know my license is not active anymore. Is that what you're telling me?
No, your license is still active.
Well, so, okay, so this is, okay, well, I can see both sides. So I don't know, where do I begin from scratch again in Connecticut?
Well, you got 9 hours to do. But approved courses, and you can do them online.
So there is,
You're a
okay, so
broker.
there is,
You've got some time. This is for your broker's license.
okay. So there's no latitude for any of this, and it was a change, and I'm trying to catch up, but I didn't do anything different than I do every year.
I'm just saying it's best to go into a school or a class that's already been approved by Connecticut. You can do them mostly online, all of them online. Quite easy. And it should be okay.
Yeah.
The mandatory course you don't have to do. We have that. So I have to, okay, so it all comes down to the breakage, no longer best friends with New York. Why did that break? That's not, I don't go there. I have no reason why to know that.
All right.
But anyhow, okay.
The simple law on that is Connecticut is only reciprocal with other states that are reciprocal with us, and New York chose not to be reciprocal with us. So just by law, we can't be reciprocal with them. So it was initiated by New York.
Fine. You got your answer.
On that question, I did. On the curiosity that this person, this broker with the history cannot be entertained and given some latitude in this instance that I've never done anything incorrect before. But I got thrown this curveball because our governors, and maybe they're not BFFs anymore, doesn't erase the experience that I have. So
And so we have a lot of people with a lot of experience. You know, we've got a lot of people. I've been in the business 49 years. I take the courses. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but there are a lot of agents or a lot of brokers and salesperson who have a lot of experience, a lot of years. We're not going to start making
Okay, yep.
special rules here.
okay, yeah, I did not take the courses. I got thrown a change, and yeah, now I'm learning it. So when is my? Can you tell me through what period is my license still active until? Is it?
Jill, he's got till what, August?
Yeah, the license is active until the end of November, but you have to finish the CE by the end of September. I mean, the end of August.
Right.
So you have
Okay.
from now till August, and you've already done the mandatory, so you need 3 hours. But going forward, you might want to look for a school that's approved in Connecticut and New York. And
Well, of
generally,
course, now that I've just learned this, of course, I follow all the rules. Of course I will. This was just an aberration that I had not known about. And so I trying to make this transition here, and it's just with all of the magnitude of rules that are coming down from states, and it's just there's no longer time to practice real estate. It's just so. Anyway, so how many more credits if I wish to continue practicing in Connecticut? How many more?
People that are also on today, can we please continue this?
What's that?
I'm sorry.
My
Ms.
last
B?
question was,
Go ahead. Vincent, go ahead.
my last question is, how many more credits do I need to take in Connecticut to have, if I choose to stay here?
Connecticut
With this
approved,
license?
not 9.
9 more credits. Okay.
We're gonna
Well, so that's
approve-
the denial. yes?
We're gonna approve 3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Make a motion,
right.
please. Or make a motion, please, for 3 hours if approved.
I'll make a
Mr.
motion.
McDowell?
I'll make a motion to approve the 3 hours for Connecticut law. The required
How
course.
could not, how could you not approve that? That's a certified company in
Excuse
Connecticut.
me.
That's a,
It's not open for
Second.
discussion right now. A motion was made.
okay. Okay. Interesting.
Because you're asking for it to approve, so we're approving it, all right? Second, please.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Oppose? Thank you.
Ben, can I ask you a question? Clarification. So my understanding is that the schools get approved for the state by state. In the legal profession, the continuing legal education, it's the course that gets approved. So I can take a course which is approved both in Connecticut and in New York. That's not the case here?
We have to approve the course, the school has to be, well, the course has to be approved in Connecticut.
Okay, so it's the school and the course, or what?
The school and the course. If we review the course, Jill, how would we be doing that?
okay, so an approved school, their courses can be approved. And there are plenty of national schools, nationwide schools that you can get your courses credited for multiple states. So if you're working in one state and you're working in more than one state, you just look up, go to a national school and tell them you want credit for both states, and they will do it. Sometimes there's an extra fee, but it is available.
Each
So
school
it's
has to
like-
submit their course to Connecticut for approval.
Right, okay, so it's like mine then, in the legal education, because it shows whether or not it's approved in.
So the course has to be approved, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I'm sorry to interrupt. May I ask a question? I'm a guest of this meeting. I'm on the agenda today, also a motion to waive the CE, but for medical reasons, and I'm not able to sit on this for very much longer. And I also have an emergency medical appointment. As you can see, I have no use of my hands.
Oh.
So do I need to be present when you call my name? I wanted to be present if you needed me to be, but it's becoming a hardship at this moment.
We'll take it. This is, and your name, I'm sorry again?
My
Kate?
name is Kate Brinley. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay. She's asking for an extension, completed by continuing education requirement as real estate class. I've gone through your application, and your medical information on it. So you're asking, till August 24th?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
If it could be longer, that would be like much appreciated. That was like the shortest I could have thought at the moment.
Based on the medical history on it, looking through this on it, I'm for, except you're waiting a long time. I mean, it's just 2 years to do this continuing in, and this is a problem. Everybody waits to the last minute also, and then certain circumstances occur. But I'm in favor of approving it till August of this year, 2024. For those who read it, any discussion?
I read it. I'll make the motion to approve it.
Second? Sharon, you're muted, Sharon. Sharon, you're muted. Did you mute?
Here we
Okay.
go. I'll second it.
Okay. All right, so you're approved.
Okay, and I have until August?
August.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Wish you the best.
Have a good day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, back to the equivalency reviews. Next one is Matthew Palumbo. New York real estate CE courses to Connecticut real estate courses. One is a pony, a pet, credit for housing. Dutchess County, I see that Dutchess County is not a school either that's approved in Connecticut, and the course has never been approved, so I don't see any reason here to approve this application.
I agree.
Open
What about,
discussion, please.
Ben, what about the ethics? Does that count? No, because the school's not approved?
Right, correct. Yeah, we'd have to review the whole course and whatever, but no.
Okay.
So I'm in favor of the 9, but anyhow, any more discussion? Okay, make a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to deny the request.
Second,
Second.
thank you, Ted. 9.
Did you vote?
I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Denied? Okay, Robert Reicher. Okay, he's looking for, please consider,
What's the name, Ben? Riker?
right, yes, Reicher.
My
Okay.
notes,
The course he took is with the Appraisal Institute. That, by the way, I have a lot of respect for. He's looking for 9 hours. I see 3 hours. This is for elective, by the way. 3 hours for solar, 3 elective hours for green, which would make him 6 hours. So have you gone through the course? So look at it quickly. I missed something on anybody.
I did and feel it maybe would be for an elective, right? For 3
Yeah,
hours of an elective.
6 hours all day. 3 hours for solar, 3 hours for green. Any discussion? You looking for a motion, please? Motion would be for 6 hours.
I'll make a motion to approve 6 hours for continuing ed.
Second,
Second.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Okay, so it's a we're approving 6 hours for Mr. Reicher. Okay, next one is, which was that, Suzanne Ilias. Okay, she's, have you got that application in front of you?
The next one's the licensing exam extension request, Lafayette.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I have that. Okay.
Was,
All right,
was the re-
The one of Lafayette, which is, for extension, there was information, additional documentation requested but not received. Has it been received by now, Rochelle? Michelle?
No, I didn't get anything additional than what was provided.
Okay, so I move that we make a motion that is denied based on lack of information.
I'll make the motion that the request for extension is denied.
Second,
Second.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Denied. Okay, this is a continuing ed extension again, waiver and request. Next one is for Aurora, John Aurora. Okay. Is requesting a 2-month extension. I'm having a lot of trouble with my back and spine. I will be going to UConn for another steroid injection in my lower back, try to alleviate the pain. I don't know how much he's done, but I mean, a lot of these courses, I know these people are recuperating, but could be done online.
I agree with that. That was my concern. I mean, it's so easy to take them.
It's become so easy. Waiting till last minute. Again, and of course, but he's looking for a 2-month extension. But these are courses that could be taken It's not that they're not licensed. I mean, they still have a license, but they can't operate. Doesn't be valid. So till they finish these courses and then state, they will have to pay a fine. But I don't, I don't see any courses that were even tried or were taken, and I don't see that, that there was anything online to be done. Motion, please.
I'll make a motion to deny the request.
Second,
Second.
Discussion again. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Oppose? Denied. Ari Ben Mashti.
What's the name again, Ben, please?
It's Ari Ben Moshi, BenMoschie.
Okay, got it.
Okay, read it please shortly. And endoscopy and colonoscopy. This morning of February 28th. So he is looking for a March 2nd, okay, extension, which has come and gone. But what he's really wavering is the fact is that he had till the end of February to do this. So he's 3 days late.
So they're completed the way I read this?
Yeah, I read it's completed.
It's right. That's what I would like to know, if they, is he here? To know if it has been, I mean, I don't see the problem with considering it,
Right.
extending it to March 2nd,
Rochelle,
if he's done.
Rochelle, did he download anything?
Nothing was sent to me, but I could check to see if anything is on file, but
Yeah. I think it's so close. I mean,
yeah, it looks like actually the last two that were missing were uploaded on the second, on March
It was
2nd,
up-
so they were completed.
they were completed.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, make a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the extension.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Catherine Borden? Has everybody got that one?
Yes.
Okay, take a moment to read, please.
Ben, I'm not sure of the, I understand due to sit, but we've had from October till now to get them completed. I'm wavering to no, but
Right. So I said I would like to apply for an extended take continuing education, real estate salesman. I had a surgery on October 23 and was not able to take classes due to past surgery restriction. Please see the letter.
have any been taken or just zero?
I don't know if she's taking any courses whatsoever on it. I don't see her, how long of extension she's looking for.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think of any, it's not that she's, after October, she's taking online courses. I would think some of this you could take sitting in a chair or laying on your back or something. I don't
agree.
I don't think there was anything attached. Rochelle,
And it
was there-
doesn't say,
was there any courses attached or anything of some of the courses? She has taken any?
and what's the request? How long for the extension? It's not clear
I don't
either.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be just curious if she downloaded anything.
Nothing was sent to me, and I don't see anything that was uploaded.
Okay, thank you. All right, motion, please.
I move that her request be denied.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Denied. Okay, Kate Brinley. Please read.
We did Brindley.
Yep, Brindley was the one we did early.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So she has she has taken courses that are attached. She's taken the agency law, took the mandatory. Taken ethics, she took ethics. Financing a home.
Which one has this been?
So this is for Rodier. So, I mean, she's
Taken them.
taken them. But.
And-
Right. Rochelle, why is she looking for an extension?
They were done late, so they were due February, and these were all completed in March of this year.
When is oh, I see, she did them all in March. That's right. If you look at the date, I'm sorry. Yeah, March 10th, March 22nd, March 21st, March 23rd.
What does she mean by she didn't realize that the date had been changed? Was the date changed for the?
Yeah, because we have to have 60 days prior to license expiry, you have to have your CEN. So yeah, a lot of this too is I blame the brokers, or they have no type of correspondence with the brokers, because they seem to not to have any knowledge whatsoever what's going on. Now, she has taken all the courses or whatever. She's a month late. I mean, we could do this instead of the $315 on it. We could reduce it an amount. It stays standard at $315. I mean, we actually have to. We don't want to extend this, and February is February. Also. We discussed that? Anybody have any? Want to discuss that? Oh, Peter, where were you? Needed you.
Sorry about that.
Mhm.
We're gonna dock your salary.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about that? I mean, she's a month late for all her classes. Apparently, she woke up and realized they were due in February and took them all in March. So she's late.
You know, from the list that we're dealing with today, it seems like there was an awful lot of misunderstanding about the changes that took place.
It's not misunderstanding, it's there wasn't any knowledge of it. I didn't realize, if you heard that.
Yeah, that's, I guess, what I mean.
Why is that though? Is that the fault of the applicant, the broker, or the fault of the?
This is a salesman's license, though. Her continuing ed was due the end of February, Ted. Okay, so she probably realized it was due, and then all of a sudden took them all in March. Now she's looking for us to waive the fine or extension. We would need an extension. How do we feel? Sharon, you're muted, Sharon.
There's just so many of them. I think if you want to, if you know, your license is pretty important and it's your responsibility to follow what the changes are.
Mhm.
So it's just quite frustrating to see so many who say, I didn't know. Well,
Mhm.
it's kind of what you should have known. So it's just frustrating that there's so many.
Okay, so
Can I ask how it was communicated? How
Do
were we
you-
supposed to find out about this?
who's
I
speaking?
know our work.
Oh, excuse
Yeah.
me. Who's speaking?
Sorry, this is Jacqueline Greenwood. I've been working remotely because I was injured in October, and I always just thought it was May 31st, and then all of a sudden I got from my continuing ed company that they said that it changed. I missed something. How was it supposed to be communicated to us?
Are you a salesman?
No, I'm the marketing director, and I have my real estate license for educational purposes.
Are you a broker?
No, I'm a real estate. Yeah, I'm a real estate salesperson, but I'm not. I don't actively sell.
But you must have a broker that holds
I
your
work for a broker.
license.
Yeah.
That's right. So he did not pass this on to you?
No, but I've been working. To be honest, I've been working remotely because I hurt my leg, so I haven't been in the office. So out of sight, out of mind.
Well,
Probably.
does he have, excuse me, does he have email? Did you use email for? And also,
So
wait.
So I'm just saying. So what you're saying is my broker should have told me.
Well, your broker should have told you, but also, do you belong to association of CTR?
CPR? No.
Wait,
Okay. So you're not a realtor. You don't belong
I
to.
was just wondering how we were supposed to find this out. You know, was there an email? I didn't see anything, and I could have missed something because I've been on a lot of painkillers and I haven't been, been able to work 100%, and a lot of emails go through. But I was just wondering, like, how that change happened, and to be honest, why would we even think we would ever change the continuing education date? It's been that way for so many years. Why would we ever even think that would change?
Well, there was reasoning behind it, but they did. That's the fact.
I know, but like it wasn't something like, so make sure you check this website because we may be changing the date periodically. It was just when I took my real estate course,
So,
this was the date. This was the date that you had to know.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to explain to you why some people may not be aware.
Did
And
you-
when was it announced?
excuse me, when did you start taking continuing ed for the cycle?
I did. I thought I had until May 31st, and I just had two major surgeries. So I was planning to do it. I usually do it in the springtime when I was better. I was just saying, when did the brokers find out that it was changed?
Well, excuse me, we've got let's go here. Your application is there, am I correct? So we're
Yeah.
going through everything, so
Okay.
we'll get to you.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. Just was trying to explain.
Well, you're jumping the gun. Let's hold off, please. So regarding, this is Sean, regarding the the extension for 1 month or denied. Motion, please.
Well, Ben, I wonder if, since we have so many of them, maybe we should come up with a plan. I mean, everyone's different, obviously, but the
Well,
ones
there's
that are
almost,
just
well,
didn't know.
yeah. The problem is that they vary a little bit. And I
Right, yeah,
think
but
it's important that they all get reviewed individually.
oh, yes, no, I'm suggesting, I'm just saying that some, you know, if they're, just because they didn't know about the change in date, that's something I think we probably should face with. We're gonna.
Well, then if
find
that's
them
the
or
case,
whatever.
then we can make it, I guess that we can make that quickly then, if we're gonna do that. I mean, we have,
Yeah. That's just
Good morning.
wouldn't want to see it, you know, approve one, and the next one that's the same, maybe the same facts that we decline or deny.
Now, one question about that. I mean, so I understand not everyone's a member of the Board of Realtors or whatever. But I thought that the DCP sent out a notification directly to me.
Yes, we sent out a number of announcements.
That's what I thought.
Mhm.
So I guess we really have to figure out, you know, what's the fair way to treat this? Do we want to give everyone till May since that's the customary date? You know, or is that really the wrong thing to do?
I can't agree for that. We've got a lot of people who've got it done. A lot of members, well, excuse me, licensee who has it. So I can't go for that.
So we got to go through them one at a time.
Well, for reasons why. I mean, there may be a really a serious reason why. So
In
again,
an
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sharon.
in an instance where, you know, they're late, but they did make an effort and complete them, okay, I think, you know, these were done March 8th, March 10th.
Yeah, but I
March
can
20.
remember, we didn't approve one that was 1 day or 2 days, whatever. I can see perhaps that, but someone to just remember they got to have them done and then take them to March. I think
And there's 2 years prior to get them done.
that's correct.
Just as a, this is Jason, just real quick, as a refresher, the regulations that permit a hardship waiver state that upon appropriate showing of a bona fide health or other individual hardship, the commission may consider an exception to the continuing ed. So it seems fairly limited. It's you know, it has some other qualifications, you know, loss of income resulting from cancellation of license is not a bona fide hardship. Exceptions may include, but not limited to, serving in military service or individuals who are physically handicapped, which handicap prohibits from sitting for an exam. So just to refresh everyone on the criteria there.
But and that's true, Jason. But they're now trying to change a little bit on it, as most of these classes are online.
Yes.
Most of these courses can be taken online, and I would say a high percentage are taken online. Am I correct, Jason?
I believe that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
It was one of the reasons that we all so badly wanted it to be online, is to allow more people to participate.
Because of COVID. Remember, it all started with COVID.
No, yes, COVID was a part of it, but also, you know, people with disabilities or people with other reasons that make it difficult for their mobility for whatever reason. It really equalizes it and gives everyone the same opportunity, at least in theory.
Ben, this is Mimi with DCP. I just want to add that DCP, we sent out a few notices in regarding to the new law, and we also had 2 meetings on the new laws with DCP attorneys. One was in person and also you know, through the internet, and then the second one was through the internet. So it was well advertised. We sent out notifications to everyone that was licensed.
In other words, didn't know doesn't qualify anymore.
Well, and that's true. And again, as I feel the responsibility to the salesman comes from the broker, it's up to him to follow up and make sure his agents was aware of that.
I think I was told not less than 30 times reminders from whether it was the board or my broker or whatever, so.
Thank you, Mimi.
So good,
So
then
then-
that means that we're looking at this just in terms of the, whether or not there's a health emergency here.
Well, there is.
Is there a possibility of considering a lower fine amount just this once because of the May confusion? Is that an option?
I don't believe that's within the discretion of the board. I think that's at the discretion of the legal division if and when they take, enforcement action.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but I would caution on that.
Okay, so let's get back to Sean Rodier. We have a motion, whether we're going to extend for, he wanted 45 days, but anyhow, to extend this, he does have his court. They are completed. It took him an extra month to do so. They were due on February 28th. So, I mean, he's got to be licensed, but he's got to have to pay a fine. Looking for a motion, please? Motion to fine him, or excuse me, not to give him an extension for the 45 days? He doesn't need 45 days, obviously, but.
Okay, so I'm going to make a motion,
By giving him an extension, it would eliminate the fine. So that's what they're really looking for. So, but.
Unless anyone objects, I'm going to make a motion just so we have a motion on the floor. I move that we give him 30 days to complete this.
For purposes of discussion, I will second that motion.
So are we saying now that everyone who needs, say, 30 days, we're gonna give them an extension?
No, I think that there are other circumstances here that would affect our decision. I mean, that I think he specifies that he had just had a baby and it was surgery. Was it surgery?
Well, that should be considered as a potential hardship, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Correct, a medical, yeah.
Okay. Motion?
We've got a motion and a second.
Second, I don't have a second. Second, Ted. Discussion? So all in favor to extend it,
Aye.
Aye.
oppose?
Peter, on my screen, you are listed as more advanced.
I
He's
only
listed-
wish. I
He's
wish.
transgender.
He's also listed as Theodore Ells.
Morag on mine, he's listed as Sharon Rinaldi, so I guess it's just.
Are
So
you
there you
really
go.
confused, Peter?
Next one is Connors. Please read shortly.
Okay, here we go. This is another unaware, right?
Referral agent, he doesn't know why his broker didn't tell him. I think that's an easy one.
Yep.
Okay,
I
this,
move that we deny this application.
second, please.
I'll
Second.
second.
Second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Opposed? Denied. Paul Cutler,
Morning.
morning. Has everybody found Paul Cutler? Please read shortly.
Yeah, this looks like a hardship.
Yes.
So in keeping symmetry with our other ruling, I move that we give a 30-day extension in this case.
Second.
Discussion,
Second.
discussion.
Yeah, till the end of March, correct? They're asking for the end of March, so the motion to just accept the request to the 30th, the end of March.
I think.
My
they don't-
motion,
Hold on. can you-
my
Yeah.
motion is 30 days because I wanted to keep the same, I wanted to keep the same symmetry with the other party who had a similar concern.
But this, he's asking till March 30th, which has passed. And then additional documentation was requested but never received. So were they finished by the 30th? This request is till the 30th.
Yeah, so
Right.
I did my Rhode Island, I'm a Rhode Island agent as well. I did it in March. That's when I typically would do that. You know, I've got the documentation. I can download it to where should I be downloading this, by the way?
Just 1 second, Paul.
Yep.
How many classes have you taken so far?
I've taken 24 hours.
Well, how many classes that we approved that you've taken? Did you take the mandatory course?
The mandatory course is what?
Agency? So what courses have you taken? So far? You said you took 20-some hours. We don't have copies of, here's the thing, Paul. One reason why you probably might not have been approved here is because they were asking for additional supporting documentation from you and was never,
Yeah.
that was never received.
Yeah, at the time that I put the request in, obviously it was February, so I knew I was taking these courses in Rhode Island. The Rhode Island courses have always been supported in Connecticut, so I didn't have any documents to provide. I was unaware this meeting was happening today until I popped open an email and said, oh, they're meeting on this. So, you know, I wasn't even aware we were having this meeting today until this morning. So,
So, I mean, I think whatever courses you are taking.
Yeah.
I would think I would check and make sure that we will accept those courses for their continuing education.
in the past, that's never been an issue. That's why.
Well, let's not talk about, things could change. You know, and I've taken different courses. I make sure that the exact course that I took was approved. So is it one school you're taking these courses with?
Yes, and it's been the same school for the last 2 periods that I've done this.
And what school is that?
Real Estate Nexus Training Academy.
Okay. Do we know if they're, Jill Conklin, do we know if that school is,
Hi, Ben. I will look.
could
it
you look at
up.
that, please? Again, Paul, could you repeat that, the name of the school?
Yes, it's Real Estate Nexus Training Academy, NEXUS Training Academy.
Mhm. I see them for appraisal. Oh, here's one. Let me just inactive. Mm, um,
They have no currently approved courses.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
So,
And they're not a currently approved school.
right. So that's why I'm kind of cautious for you, Paul. I don't know if you started taking these classes, but we may not accept these classes.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't
with
want
due
you to
res-
do this for nothing.
Ben, I appreciate it. I appreciate the group and what they provided so far. So,
I mean,
I know, so this has always been accepted as far as I was under the understanding. I get it, they're not accepted now. Could I ask for the 30 days, take the 24-hour credit hours to
yes.
get me?
Well,
Okay,
let's go to,
that's all I'm asking for.
this is April now. You asked for March. So the end of March. So are you looking for at the end of April? Can you just? at the end of
Yeah.
April? Okay,
Yeah, I think that would be fair.
I think that's reasonable. Okay, so I'm looking for a motion. And the
We have a
motion to-
motion on the table now,
I'm sorry.
which is extension of 30 days with no date specified.
You're looking for the end of March. So I'm looking for end of April, April 30th.
Can we amend the motion, Peter?
Well, this is the
So
application.
my motion is for a 30-day extension.
To the end of April. We got to put a date in there, I think.
That's correct.
Okay, until the end of April. Thank you, Morag.
You're welcome, Laura.
Can somebody second that, please? Morag, you gonna second it?
Yep, second.
Okay, discussion? All in favor? But the
Aye.
favor is gonna be to extend this to April 30th. Continue education for Mr. Cutler.
Thank you. And the CE shop you say is an acceptable
I
forum?
would say the CE shop is let's put it this way, it's a popular one.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
folks.
And we thank you and hope everything goes well with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, Paula Dressel, next. All right. Is Jill,
Yes, I'm here.
could you explain, I mean, this is a little confusing because of the sponsorship here. That allows to retire this request to restore.
Requested to restore. Yeah, it
What
looks
was-
like this went under, hang on, I just lost my screen. Hold on. On March 13th. Well, she's active. She was in a retirement status for a short period of time. Just a few months.
So where's the hardship here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her hardship is. Did she, I don't know.
Oh, Jason just like went over that. I don't see that
Right,
based
but
on.
what is
this-
her, she said she had a retirement license and she requested to restore.
So the way I had interpreted it was, I did a little digging into this one too. She was restored, briefly in April, and then from the sounds of it, there was an issue with the paperwork with her sponsoring broker, so she was then inactivated again. So then she would have been due for CE at that time, but now that she's restored, she wasn't sure if she needed an extension for
No.
technically completing it after the due date. It was kind of a messy little last week there for her when it was she was restored, CE was due, she was inactivated again, and then she was restored again. So
So where did you see where the hardship is? I don't see any hardship here. Did I miss something here? Now, she's a salesman. Again, it's because I had retired, I was not aware of the new date of completion of continuing it. Again, it's just, she's gotta be in tune to a broker, she's gotta do some type of correspondence there. I don't really see this as a hardship. Anybody else's opinion, please? For discussion?
When the license was restored, what was required in order for that to happen? Because it was restored, it was not restored, and then it was back again restored. What did she have to do to qualify to have it restored in the first place?
This is Jill Conklin. To restore the license, you would just pay a $20 fee and the license would be restored to active. And there isn't anything due because we weren't in a CE cycle at that time. But now she would be required to complete the CE.
And
Because
her
she's an
status is that she is licensed now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's actually active as of March 13th.
Okay, can I have a motion, please?
Motion to deny.
Second,
Second.
please.
Second,
I'll
Discussion,
second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
Oppose? Denied. The next one is Julia Valenti. Says she needs a few more days to complete the C courses. I've been an agent for 10 years and now I have two children. One is a newborn, one's in postpartum depression. I just need a couple more days to complete this course. I may have everything submitted by tomorrow, which would be 1 day late. Do we have? Can I request additional documentation?
Would that be considered hardship? It's not disease.
Rochelle,
Then what,
do you have anything? Let's see if she's done it all. She says she needed 1 day. So
And that would have been happening.
I'll
Yes,
check
we
if
have-
it's- if
we
anything.
we should have it then. Is that so?
They're not required to upload it, but let me see if they did.
It's not uploaded, Rochelle. This is
Okay.
Jill. It's not uploaded.
So it'd be February 29th. It would be March 1st. So I would think we would need, I would approve it for 1 day, but the question is that, do we have it?
The courses have not been uploaded to e-license, so She hasn't, well, she could have done them, but not had sent them in.
I would have thought that was pretty important to her.
It's not currently a requirement to provide us the certificates. They're only required to keep them themselves.
But they're making a point.
Optionally, yeah,
But Jason, they're making a point to tell us they only need 1 day.
yeah.
If they didn't say anything, yeah, but she said, I only need 1 day. So if they'll, if that's so, then we should have it.
Right, they're making the request, so shouldn't we be able to see it to be able to grant the day?
The burden should be on them.
Hmm.
Supplying.
It's a month now, right? It's a month from the date that she said she would be able to submit them.
Over a month.
Yep.
I would be okay with the 1 day if the proof was provided that they were completed.
I think we've approved one for 1 day or 2 days, something, 3 days, whatever it was. So yes, but
Is there any indication of a follow-up from the department?
well, she has, I think, Rochelle has requested additional documentation and received this in request. So, hi, I finished everything over the weekend and I was about 1 day late. I asked if they wanted to proceed with the extension request and I did not get a reply back. That's what Rochelle said. So and the communication were not good. We showed there was nothing downloaded, received. Any
No,
courses.
nothing additional was received.
Nothing additional. So I'm looking for a motion.
Well, I still have a technical question. I'm a parent of 3 children, and I know that having children is certainly complicated, but does it qualify as a hardship technically?
I would say no to that.
Yeah, we have a lot of young mothers who are realtors, by the way. Or
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I know it's, and that's why I said it.
Yeah.
And that's why I said it's certainly complicated and it's certainly a challenge, but I don't know that it qualifies as a hardship. So that's really where what I'm trying to understand.
I think you're right. But the other thing too is that we really didn't get the full cooperation here. Otherwise, there would have been open communications and there was none. Okay, I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to deny the request.
Second,
Yeah, I'll second it.
discussion. Excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Denied.
We actually skipped over, I think it's Elias. So if we could just bump back up one before we move down.
Suzanne Elias, is that the one?
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, please read.
Unfortunately, this is the same thing that she was unaware that we've seen in the past. So for me, I'm when you guys are ready, going to make a motion that we deny it to remain symmetrical with our past decisions.
Second.
If I could interject, I mean, I've been doing this, I live out of state. I've never been late before. I mean, I understand, you know, obviously it's the burden is on me to complete the timeline, but the classes are done. I've put it on my calendar for, you know, the next cycle. I mean, personally, in my job, when we implement new laws, we do allow a little bit of flexibility for everybody to catch up the first time, and then, you know, obviously the second time if it were to happen again. I mean, I am inactive. I've kept my license, my continuing ed for probably 20 years. I mean, I understand your guys' position. I just, you know, the classes are done. They've always been completed. I always pay my fees on time.
Well,
We
the
have,
classes are
so-
done. So I think one of the things we're seeing different here is that we're seeing a willingness to get it done and a willingness to communicate. I don't know if that's meaningful.
Well, here, hold on a second. Let's go back here. Gold Coast schools. I don't think they're approved in Connecticut. And then you're asking 14 for 12 hours. Some of it is course 14-hour real estate, CE ethics and core law. You know, I'm not sure what, I can see where the one course you got.
Well, I've always
Well-
admitted the reciprocity classes. So I had my real estate license in Florida. So I've done it the last cycle and I didn't have an issue. And then I do the mandatory Connecticut portion.
So where's your broker from?
My Connecticut broker is here in Wilton, Connecticut.
Are you having a discussion anytime with them regarding what has to be done this year? The cycle?
No, I've never had a late issue.
Well, I know. Sometimes a lot of people have that late issue, but the thing is that there's no communications from your broker even. And
Unfortunately, no. I mean, obviously, I understand my responsibilities, but the classes are you know, they are done, performed every cycle. I mean, I would appreciate if just this one time the fee, or I mean, I'm not even sure if there are fees included, or I'm not really sure what the consequences are, but I mean, I have the email history prior years where, you know, all I've done is submitted, you know, completed my courses in Florida. Obviously, since we have reciprocity, I've emailed it to you guys and it's been approved, and I've never had any issues previously.
So I'm a little confused here. So I see the mandatory, right?
Mhm.
You took that with the CE shop, but this Gold Coast, is that, so it's not a question of being late. I see the date, right, is February for or January.
So the original request was the extension request was for an extension to have her out-of-state credits reviewed for an equivalency credit, because the deadline was that it was due 90 days before the continuing ed deadline. However, this was received, you know, after that deadline, so she put in a request for an extension for the review. So if you guys do decide to grant the extension for the review, then the out-of-state credits were provided as well, for review for the credits for Connecticut.
Oh, we'd have to review
So
the course because Gold Coast School of Real Estate is an approved school. So these courses would have to be reviewed to approve them.
I understand, and I
Like for example, Florida specific environmental protection, I don't know what that has to do with Connecticut.
right. I included the syllabus that has, you know, well over the required amount of hours of just general real estate. I mean, I don't know if you guys, I attached the syllabus and the course content for, you know, for that purpose, for the review.
Can we get a breakdown? I see 14 hours. Core law and ethics is helpful. If we had a little more insight, it would be even more helpful.
I think I emailed the breakdown, the syllabus, the estimated hours per topic. I believe I sent that. I'd have to go through my emails.
I don't see it here.
I do. I see it's just 7 points: core law, business ethics, case studies, Florida Landlord and Tenant Act, which No, Florida-specific environmental protection. Can everybody see that?
Sharon,
I see it,
Sharon,
but
which page are you on?
Like page 18 or 19 of the document.
Yes, it's way,
Oh.
it's,
yeah, but my point is
Not
that,
18.
how many hours? It says 14 hours, but how does it break down, is what he's saying. How much time is spent on the Florida Landlord and Tenant Act, Florida specific environmental protection issues?
and it has nothing to do with Connecticut.
Oh, it does say core law is 3 hours, business ethic is 3 hours, case studies 1 hour, but that's Florida specific. So it does give a breakdown in hours.
Farther down, I see it.
Yep, on page 19, my page number 19, under the chapter, it tells you how long is spent on each. That's very helpful. Mr. Chairman, would it be possible to review this for credits at a different time, or do we want to do this at this time?
Let's do it now,
Okay.
because time is running out, is out.
Okay. Do you want to, I mean, core law, 3 hours. That, I don't know about you guys, that looks good.
And it says approve course,
Business
satisfy
ethics looks
Florida,
good.
says satisfy Florida real estate CE requirements, 3 hours.
But
Again,
is it Florida law?
That's what it said, Florida real estate.
But Florida, there's going to be a lot of similarities. I mean, well, there's going to be
Yeah,
some
but
differences is the
I
problem.
can't go by
Yeah.
the similarities.
No, you're right.
So I can't do the law.
Well, business ethics should be the same, no matter what state you're in. So 3 hours there, I'd love to talk about.
Again, approve the course, Florida real estate CE requirements, business ethics. I'm not sure what's in it. Is it all about Florida?
Correct. And the 4 and 5 are all Florida too.
So to me, ethics should be universal, but I don't know that they are. So I don't know that I can make that argument.
Well, the only I feel comfortable on is the 3 hours by certifying. Get me certifying, myself, sorry, CE shop.
Yeah, everything here, it specifically says it is Florida specific, unfortunately. And you know, like the closing, the way that a real estate closing happens, I know that varies highly from state to state.
Well, again, she's looking for an extension. And as I see here, only one course we'd approve, which is the most important, it's the mandatory course.
So none of the Florida courses are valid? I mean, I've submitted them since I moved to Florida, which was 9 years ago.
I think
I'm
we're
not
only
sure.
talking about this cycle.
Let's talk about today. So what are you looking for? How much time are you looking to get these?
I mean, ultimately, I wanted these approved. I mean, I've completed more hours than necessary. I'm trying to pull up the syllabus. I mean, some are Florida specific, but some are not, but I'm trying to find the email that I had sent you with all the documentation so that I can see the syllabus, but I'm not finding it right now.
It's way at the bottom. I don't know what page it is.
So again, what is your hardship here?
I have no hardship at all whatsoever. Every cycle I do the Florida courses and submit for reciprocity, and I've never had an issue.
Okay, we're gonna make a motion.
I make a motion that we deny the Florida courses for continuing ed.
Second, please. Second. Second, please.
Second,
Second. Discussion,
Can we discuss it, Mr. Chairman?
all in favor?
aye.
All opposed? That's denied. Okay, next one is Mark Goldstein. We have that. He's requesting an extension till March 31st. That's gone by to do it.
But it does look like a case of hardship.
Because of his mother-in-law.
Ben, what's the name again? I'm sorry. I
Goldstein, Mark Goldstein.
got it. Thank you.
What was the additional documentation requested?
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't get it.
Right, and it says till the 3/31, and that was what the request was for, so. was it-
Sure. Yeah, sure. Rochelle, was there anything, again, were there any courses downloaded? I know they don't have to, but was there any?
This is Jill. The courses are not downloaded.
Okay. So, and I don't know where the hardship would be. There's no really medical, so there's nothing attached to this. And then also, Rochelle never got any additional information that she was asking for. Okay, make a motion, please. Peter, you're muted, Pete. Peter? you're
Sorry,
muted.
I move that we approve this.
Why? Just curious.
Hardship, for reasons of hardship.
What was the hardship?
Unless I'm looking at the wrong one, his mother-in-law has been very ill and he's been the caregiver.
The mother-in-law.
Does that, well, so I guess maybe I'm unclear about the definition of hardship. Is the hardship the licensee is ill? Perhaps I'm unclear.
What are the assumptions the licensee?
Say again?
I'm on the assumption it's a licensee.
Well, yeah, because in the past, we just a few moments ago, we made the assumption it was the licensee.
Right.
Because because the licensee had young children, we decided that that was not a hardship.
Let's
So
be
I'm still unclear.
But they're asking for an extension till the 31st, which is past. What date are you requesting we extend it to?
But Sharon, let's stop in a second. We asked for additional information. We never even got that.
And there's been nothing filed and the date is passed.
That's correct. There's been no intent. There's been no communications here.
Okay, so I'm going to withdraw my motion based on this additional conversation.
All right, so
Would you like to submit another one?
Sure, motion to deny.
Second.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's denied. Jacqueline Greenwood,
Here.
have you completed since this
No,
request?
when I went on to get the waiver thing, and it said that you're not meeting until April 3rd. So I have so many challenges. I'm still getting shots in my ankles that I wasn't going to take the classes unless they were going to be accepted. I also had the stomach flu, and I had a big, that cough thing. I've been very sick the past month, so it wasn't something that, unless I knew I was going to get credit for, I didn't want to take it. I'm sorry.
So if I don't understand. If you weren't going to get credit for them, were you just not going to renew your license?
My impression was that if I didn't finish them by February 29th, that I couldn't renew my license, and that I had to request a waiver. I signed up. I bought the classes, but I haven't taken them because I still am having physical challenges. I've been very sick.
Where did you buy the classes?
That CE shop. That's how I
Okay.
found out that the date changed. It was from them.
Well, no.
Do we have copies
I
of what
provided a doctor.
have you provided us with the classes from the CE shop? Have you?
No. You
Well,
just
how
told
many
me
have
to
you
provide
taken?
you with the doctor's note, which is what I did. Do you want me to
Yes.
send you the receipt from the CE shop?
Yeah, how many classes you took at the CE shop?
I haven't taken any because I found out the day after this was
Okay.
supposed to happen.
But I'm not clear. If you're going to renew your license, you would eventually have to take them.
I did, but I wasn't sure you were going to approve it. So I haven't taken the past month, and I'm saying that because I've been ill and I've been recovering, and I also take care of my 88-year-old mother who's also been sick. This hasn't been the best month for me. My husband died 5 years ago too, and it's been a very emotional month for me. I'm sorry. It's just been terrible. We went and we got our real estate license together. Okay, March is really a bad month. If I had known that, if you said, well, there's a chance that you're going to say yes, then I might have taken them. But I've been, like I said, it's been a very hard month with illnesses in my household. I just completed 3 shots in my leg, my ankle, and I'm still in a lot of pain. And I'm going to physical therapy 3 times a week.
Have you ever done any courses online before?
Yes, I have. I'm just saying I have, and I would have taken, if you had said, take them anyway, I would have. I signed up for them.
Who did you talk to?
I just did the email thing. I got an email notice when I put in the waiver. They said to put the waiver in. I did. They said, provide a doctor's note. I got the doctor's note. They never said, well, you should still take the classes in the meantime.
Oh, are you going to be able to take the classes now?
I'm going to try by April 30th, if I can have by April 30th. I'm feeling better, but it's been a long haul. I've had my gallbladder removed. I had my screws removed and a plate removed in February. It's been a very painful journey.
I'm looking at bills that look like, it looks like there must be 30 providers. There must be $100,000 in, is this all you?
Yes. I had ankles. I broke my tibia and my fibia October 26th.
1, 2, I'm counting 4 pages of doctor's bills.
Yeah,
4 pages of doctor's bills. Yeah.
Huh?
And you're not done. So 4 pages of doctor's bills and counting. To my mind, I think this is a case of hardship. I'd like to move that we give her till the end of this month, the end of April, to complete the continuing ed.
Second?
All in
I'll
favor?
second.
I'm sorry, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So we have an extension till the end of April, end of April.
So much. I really appreciate it.
Can't pronounce this one. Iljazi, the last name.
Oh, so I'm once again, I'm very confused about this. This is a very emotional thing for me, and maybe emotions don't have a place here. Clearly, the licensee doesn't have a hardship, but this is a very challenging situation. And, I guess we have to rule the same way for symmetry purposes.
Peter, there was additional documentation was requested when never received.
Not received. And what, yeah, what's the extension time period?
I really don't, I mean, how serious can these people be if they can't even keep communications open? We need certain documentation. We're requesting them. Rochelle's on top of it, and we don't hear back.
And my problem is that we really have to make somewhat black and white decisions, and it can't be based on emotions. And the decision that we have made has been that the licensee has to demonstrate hardship, not the licensee's immediate family and people who rely on them.
And, it's vague. I'm sorry, it's vague. What an extension till when? And then
Ted.
that plus.
No,
I think you're
I
muted,
wouldn't-
Ted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can I get muted?
No, he's good. I can hear him.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. No, I think it's, I mean, I think hardship, everyone's different, but I think a person's family, depending on the circumstances, that could be a hardship for the licensee too, if it's something that they're the caregiver, or if it's a severe, I mean, it's a burden, if it takes up all their time. I think that's something. that we
Well, I
should-
think we've got to, yeah, I think you're right, but the only thing, you got to kind of draw the line, because you're gonna have a relative who's quite ill, that maybe you're going across town and feeding them or whatever, once a day or twice, whatever. But again, I think it's always been mostly the licensee, because we could go on forever.
Yeah, maybe that's
Extend-
good.
Because we can't be extended for other parties. They could be, I don't know. The other thing is that it really doesn't make a difference. When someone to me, okay, who's making an application, and we've never received any type of documentation that we're requesting for. So I don't know what.
So I've got two things I'm still confused about. How many times did we reach out to the licensee, and in what manner is one question. And the other question is, this is unusual that this parent seems to is totally reliant upon this child, not only for medical care, but also this parent doesn't even speak the language. This parent is completely reliant.
I understand that, but the additional documentation requested, I mean, once is enough to request it. If you're serious and you get correspondence that they need this documentation.
Unless the licensee.
You've got 2 years.
Well, please. What if the licensee is totally incapacitated by the family circumstance? I don't know.
No, I think the fact that the additional documentation was asked for, not submitted, was reasons to deny it.
That's how we've ruled in the past. So I think we got to keep symmetrical with it.
Okay, looking for a motion, please.
I'll move to deny the extension request.
Second, please.
I'll second that.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Denied. Okay, Carol Lombardi. Everybody have it, Lombardi?
Good morning. I'm on the call.
Thank you.
Mine is kind of, I can explain it to you if you'd like, kind of simple.
Sure.
I have completed my mandatory courses in January, and I had my 2 electives to take, and they were scheduled through the CE shop. And I came across some news at a doctor's office that required more testing, and it was a kind of a roller coaster ride for me and a scary ride. And I was late, and I requested that I would get an extension for 1 week. All of my courses have since been completed since the first week of March.
Have you submitted those online?
I have not. I did not know I needed to do that.
So let me just say, so you've completed everything? You're saying everything?
Everything, yes, everything
And
has
what,
been
and what was that
completed.
date?
I completed one on March, well, first, the Code of Ethics was February 21st. The Real Estate Agency Mandatory Law was January 8th. The Understanding the Appraisal was through Keep Me Certified School of Real Estate, and that was done on March 4th. And the Financing a Home, the new rules, was also done through Keep Me Certified, and that was done on March 8th.
So it would be just the March 8th was your last one?
Yes,
8
and
days.
you know, the first 2 were completed in February and January. That was through, I'm sorry.
How many total hours is that? You're saying the mandatory and then 2 more. How many
I
total
completed all
hours?
12 hours. 12 hours have been completed.
Okay.
6 of those hours, I believe, were mandatory. That's the classes I first did in January.
So what you're asking, Sharon, I think she got 6 hours in March.
Yeah, I knew I was going to
6
be
hours
late.
prior.
Then half done prior, and then 6 hours in March.
I'm just a little confused. She's saying 3 courses.
No,
That
I've
doesn't
completed
add up
4
to 12
courses.
hours. Okay, all right.
That's what I said. I completed 4. February 21st was the Connecticut Real Estate Code of Ethics, and January 8th, I completed the Connecticut Real Estate Agency Law, which is mandatory. And it was the
Okay.
other 2 that I've gotten my news, and I was dealing with different doctors. And I knew I was going to be late, because in all honesty, my mind, I couldn't sit there and focus. And I don't want to get too personal, but I knew I was going to be late, so I requested the extension. And I did say in my request that I could have them completed within the week.
You have any documentation regarding your medical condition?
I do not. I was being seen by several doctors. It was right at that moment that I was supposed to take my 2 classes that I had scheduled that I
Yeah.
received a diagnosis.
Here, I think to get a hardship, I think we do need some type of documentation for confirmation of such.
Well, I wrote back and I didn't know which doctor, like I said, I was from, different doctors, physiology doctor, very different gynecologists, very different doctors were bouncing me around to I don't want to get into my personal health. I just, they couldn't, honestly, if you can help me out, I would appreciate it, but I don't want to cry a sad song and beg, but I did do my courses and I did complete them at the first week in March, like I said I would.
Could we approve it subject to being provided documentation? I don't know.
It's hard for us to circle back.
I mean, I've never been late with anything, and like I said, I did complete my 6 hours before the on time. It was those other 6 hours I was struggling to complete. I had the classes scheduled; they were scheduled. I just couldn't attend them.
Yeah.
I don't, for medical reasons. Like, what do I submit?
So, Jill, so the fine would be what? For late charge, late fine would be what, $315?
Yes,
Oh my
the
goodness.
late fee for yes, currently.
But that's what she would be subject to, is the late fee of $350.
It's very tough. On the one hand, I certainly understand people wanting to have privacy. I certainly understand that. On the other hand, it's hard to know what's a hardship without any kind of idea what we're looking at. It's a very difficult act. I don't know if there are certain things that you are comfortable sharing that I don't know. I don't know how we solve this.
I mean, I shared that I went to a doctor's office. I had a test done, which something was flagged. I had to then go to another doctor. I had to have a scan. I don't know. I don't want to share my medical history.
No, you don't
with the
have to
world.
do
It's a
that.
very private
Wasn't
situation.
really- Yeah, no, I understand that. But we do need a letter. The other thing, though, is that when were you aware of the fact of the
Like
the
I
last
said,
day?
it was the week that I was scheduled to take my last 2 courses, the elective courses.
So you weren't
I
aware
did
of
the mandatory courses well in time before the due date. It was the last 2 that were scheduled that I purchased that I couldn't get to because I was bouncing around from doctor to doctor and test to test. So I asked for the extension for a week, to only a week, and I did them. I'm well aware of the hours and the dates. I keep on top of my real estate.
I guess my question is that, when were you aware, though, that the deadline was the end of February? I mean, you had 2 years to take these courses.
I understand. I know. I'm not making an excuse. I always take them in February. We actually go with a bunch of people from the office. We take them together. So, I mean, I did meet that deadline. I'm not saying I didn't get notice. I'm not like everyone else just said. I got notice. I knew. I work for a firm that, they give me notice. The Greenwich Board of Realtors gives me notice. The state gives me notice. I just came across this issue and I'm just asking for forgiveness for this one time. For 6 hours. Like I said, I've completed the other 6 before, in time, before it was too late. It's just the last 6 I couldn't get to them, and I did them. I completed them.
So they're just a week late.
Right.
I move that we grant the application.
I'll second.
Well, I'm sorry, what was the motion?
The motion was we grant the application, which she's asking for what, a week?
Yes.
Yes, it's a week. I completed the last one March 8th. They are all completed.
So you're in favor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got a second. Sharon, did you second it?
I seconded it, correct.
Okay. Discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Accepted.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So what do I have to do now? Just pay the license fee upon receipt, or do you want me to submit these
Jill, you want to
certificates?
clear that up, Jill?
Sure, sure. In this case, I think maybe you should, you could email them to me, or if I'll accept them and upload them, because this is
Okay.
a meeting and it's a special request.
Okay. What
I mean,
is
what do
your
you
email?
think?
I'm sorry.
I don't know if you want them to go to Rochelle or myself, but my email is Jill, JILL
Uh-huh.
.CONKLIN @ct.gov. I can also send you an email.
Okay. All right. I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll send you an email
Good
on
luck
that
with
way.
your challenges. We've all certainly been there. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next one is
Take
Morano. Morano,
I'm sorry, which one is next?
Angela Morano. Again, this is another one that communications that dropped. Licensee requested an extent. This is from Rochelle. March 11, 2024, requested for additional documentation. It went unanswered. So she didn't reply back to Rochelle.
Yeah, this is similar to others we've denied, so I move that we deny it for the same reasons.
Second,
Second.
Okay, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Denied. Okay. Riccarelli, I guess, last name. Everybody have it?
What letter does that start with?
S.
SHKRELI.
Got it.
Well, first of all, we don't know how much extensions he's looking for. How long?
6 months. Oh, no,
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't know. This is very difficult. I mean, I don't know where we draw the line on this. But I mean, even someone who, I suffer with the same problem. And, you know, I mean, one of the reasons that we have the CE shop and you keep me certified and such is so that people can do this from their own home. They could do it laying down, sitting down, any position that they're able to. The purpose of that is so people have access.
Absolutely.
But once again, I'm certainly not a doctor. I don't know, you know, I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I agree.
I'm on the same page.
What's the extension he's asking for? Is that short term?
It
What's that
doesn't
mean?
say.
No, it doesn't say the extension. It doesn't say if he's taken any courses already or any, or any.
Which name are,
I don't see even an attempt.
hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which name are you guys on? Are you on Texera?
No.
No, Shirley?
Oh,
Shirley?
I thought you knew my name. Sorry.
No. SHKRELI. Okay,
I would think we'd have to know how much extension they're asking for, and also what if if a course has been submitted or are ready to be submitted.
well, again, as you know, as Peter said, and a lot of people, by the way, have taken courses because of illness or whatever online, and that's the main thing. You know, I can see that if some of these people have the ability, I mean, they could take at least some of these courses and show that they're making an attempt. There's no attempts. It's just see if I can see if I can get an extension.
Correct.
That's how it feels to me. You know, I mean, there's also a difference between someone who's got a grave illness. If you're facing a grave illness, you can't think. You can't do. It's very hard to keep a clear enough head to do this sort of thing. But back pain is as debilitating as it is. I don't know that it qualifies as a grave illness.
And it's not, and this is vague, an extension till when? Or you like,
I don't think there's enough here to warrant. But anyhow, so I'm looking for a motion.
I'll move to deny the application for extension.
Second, please.
Second.
Okay, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Denied. Eric Pixera?
Yeah, I'm here actually. I'm listening in. So I completed my courses. I was in an auto accident and I have neck, left shoulder, collar, and back injury. I've been doing therapy 4 days a week. It's hard for me to sit for like more than an hour. I usually always do my continuing ed in the spring. So I went to log on as I was feeling better, coming around from my accident, and I said, wow, this is due the 28th. I couldn't believe it. But the truth is I always do it usually in January, but I had gotten an auto accident and I was focusing on therapy, physical therapy, getting better. At that time, January, February, until about mid-March, I couldn't sit for more than like 15, 20 minutes. I couldn't even walk for like more than 20 minutes without shooting pains throughout my back to my sciatica lower leg. So when I finally got well enough to say, okay, I can go sit at the computer and knock out my courses, I need to renew my real estate license. I noticed I was late and I said, let me get it done right away and reach out to the state to let them know, how to go about this. So, I'm being
How much of it have you
straightforward and
completed already?
it's all done already.
It's all
And
done.
I mean,
Okay, and then the other,
I've been listening in, and go ahead.
When did you finish?
the other thing is,
when were you
what was
completed?
to prevent, sorry.
All right, go ahead, Peter. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The other thing is, what's to prevent you from doing this? I understand you can't sit, but laying on your back with your phone or your iPad or whatnot in bed, what's to prevent that?
My neck and my shoulder, and I already have completed it. So, listening in, I hear it sounded like there was about 10 cases, all of the same. Similarity of mine is medical hardship, injury or sick or something. And that's, what it came down to. I was injured. And
when did you complete this?
you should, I don't know if you got it. I did it on the CE shop, and it was completed March 26th, 24th or 26th.
If you log into the CE shop, you can find the completion date and the certificates right now. If you want.
So
Yeah,
March 20,
no, I'm looking at them right now. So March 26th.
so you found out March 15th when you remembered. Boy, you got them done fast and you had to.
Yeah, I did. I made sure to get them done because when I emailed back and I asked, what do I do next? Because this has never happened to me. The response I got from whoever emailed me back at the state said, just do them in the meantime, and I said, all right, I'm going to do that. I said, I'll go right ahead and get them done now that I'm feeling better, up to, able to sit at the computer, sit up and, focus. And, the pain is I still have unbearable pain where I can't even really focus for much long. It's, pain that sets in and then, it just takes, that's it. That's all your mind is on.
So I see three facts here that are helpful to me. One is the work is already done. Number two, we have a medical issue. And the third thing is that Mr. Teixeira has communicated back and forth with DCP. So I move that we accept this.
And also the amount of time is, what's the amount of time they were?
It's
looking
already
for?
done.
12
So I
hours.
mean, we can, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
we have
it's
to
also
give
quite
it
a lot of
extend.
time.
We still have to,
Yeah.
so he won't,
Right.
because of the fine situation, we have to extend it, let's say till the what's that, it's the 10th.
Perfect. I move that we extend till the 10th of this month.
Second,
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approve? Till April 10th.
Speedy
So I just
recovery.
have to wait. Thank you. So I just have to wait for a license renewal email now to renew the license.
Jill?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
thank you
license
guys for your
renewals
time.
won't go out probably
But
till the
don't drop-
beginning of May.
Eric, don't drop the ball. Get on it.
No, I will. I keep checking the site to see if I can renew it beforehand because I was like, oh man, I don't want to, mess that up.
Jill, like the last one, do you want it, since he completed them, do you want him to submit to you?
Rochelle
there-
has them.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
Rochelle? Yeah.
Yeah, we should ask.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, next one is Bella Valdovinos. Valdovinos. Salesman. Again, there was also one that Rochelle requested,
And not
Lori?
received.
have not received, so there's been no more communication.
Yeah. I
He
move
has-
that we deny.
second,
Second,
Second, yeah.
okay. Discussion?
Wait a
Oh.
minute, excuse me, this is Jill. There was a couple CE uploads to his, let me just take a look at one and see what it is.
Who's he we're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, the person,
Alex?
Jasmine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like the CE, I'm seeing one, hang on, let me look at the others. I think it's all set.
What was it?
She's
What's the
done?
date? What's the date on it?
The dates are, hang on, I'm opening another one. The dates are completion date, February 26th. And the other one was February 24th.
So we're okay so
And-
far.
Then let me look at the other two. The ones. They're all separate emails I have to open, February 25th. So it looks like she's just probably preparing a market analysis, done one a day. And the last one was the 27th.
So,
Well,
So yeah,
fine.
she's all set. She's got them all.
So she doesn't need an extension,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Okay,
okay.
I can skip it. All right. This next one is, feel bad for this person, Ziehl. I'm sorry, Ziehl.
Oh my, yeah.
So what's I just need the time for extension here.
They're asking for till 3/9, looks like. I did complete, and this is a person who has some, this is very serious.
Yeah. So do we have it all now? Good to go.
And
Ben?
they're all
I'd just like to disclose the fact that I've had pancreatic cancer, and I will recuse myself if you want me to. I can attest to the seriousness of this, and I can really sympathize for what she's going through. I really.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say to her that, I mean, don't give up hope, and every case is different. Don't believe all that you read, because there is hope.
So
Thank
it's
you, Ted.
kind of, yeah, it's kind of
Thank you.
simple. She's completed and it's a hardship, right?
Yeah, no question in my mind. Yeah, I think I'd like to move that we grant this, certainly.
I'll second.
Ted, I can understand what all of us going through. My best friend partner, his company for for many years, passed away of the same thing. So anyhow, discussion, all in favor,
Aye.
oppose, accepted. Okay, I think we're caught up. Was there Mr. Zeal? Did we talk to him? The last one?
There's another, I thought that was the last one, right?
Yeah,
Ben?
that was the last one.
Well, I see on the bottom, did we, yeah, we did that. Yes, we
We did. Cynthia.
did. Okay,
I have
Hey,
a question.
sure.
We are scheduled for another meeting, our regular meeting. What does that agenda look like right now? Do we have any more of these requests?
I'd have to, well, that's why we had this, because it would have taken so much time to really, when, it's a meeting by itself, if not longer than most.
Oh,
So
no,
you're
this
saying we're
one-
not going to be inundated next meeting?
Well, another thing too, I think we've accomplished somewhat, it never used to come to us till recently. The department for years had handled this, but now it does come to us. So I think the department's getting a feeling, and as we're talking more about it, accepting or whatever, or rejecting, I think they're gonna get a better feel of where we stand on this. Am I correct, Rochelle?
Yeah, I mean, I think we obviously got a big influx because of the deadline in February, so that was a big issue. So I think we'll probably have more as the deadlines come up, but I know I do have a few already for next month, so.
But isn't it kind of
But
late?
not as
I mean,
many.
yeah, unfortunately, isn't it kind of late? I mean, really late. What extension?
Right, well, they do technically have until 60 days before their license expires for extension requests. So, they do have that time period. For salespersons, we're past that now since it's going to be in May. But,
Yeah,
so next month is a couple, I think it's some more broker related inquiries. But yeah, I think there's definitely will be an influx as deadlines approach and we pass deadlines. But I can't imagine that it would be like this consistently.
So what besides that, what else we have on so far on the agenda for May?
I haven't
So-
really started working on it too much, but I do know I have a couple of extension requests and equivalency reviews that I've received. I haven't received anything else from other staff, so.
The main thing that takes time is that I don't want to get into if there's any hearings involved.
I don't believe we have anything scheduled for any hearings, so.
All right. Well, good. So then I'll adjourn the meeting. I thank you all.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good seeing
Bye.
you all. Bye-bye.